Hello children, welcome to the class. Children, today we will learn the textbook activity for lesson 5. So that is Tom Thumb. So at first what they have given about making comparisons. So under making comparisons, they have given about simile. So what do you mean by simile? Simile is a figure of speech that directly compares two different things. Simile is a figure of speech that directly compares two different things. Okay, here for example, Tom was as big as a thumb. Tom was as big as a thumb. Here, Tom's height is compared to a thumb. Okay, understood. Next example, Mona was as innocent as an angel. Here, Mona's innocent is directly compared to an angel. Mona was as innocent as an angel. Understood. Now, next third one. He keeps himself as busy as bee. He keeps himself as busy as bee. Here, the person is compared to a bee because the person is very busy and he is compared to a bee. Bees are the insects which keep themselves very busy. Okay, so here the person is directly compared to a bee. Understood, children? I hope you have understood the topic simile. Next, based on this topic, we have an exercise. Here in the textbook, they have given few similes and they have given few sentences. So here we have to choose correct simile from the given box and we have to fill the blank. Understood? Now here first sentences. What they have given first sentence? The new baby was tiny as dash. Here the new baby is compared to directly an ant. Okay, so the new baby was as tiny as an ant. Here ant is also a very tiny insect and here baby will also be a newborn baby will be very small. Right, so here baby is directly compared to an ant. Understood the size. Now here Ria was as tall as a giraffe. Understood children? Here Ria's height is compared to a giraffe. Understood? Here next, Arjun's voice was as melodious as a nightingale. Then here nightingale is a bird which sings very sweetly. The bird's voice is very sweet. Okay, pleasant to hear. So here Arjun's voice was as melodious as a nightingale. Here in this sentence, Arjun's voice is compared to a bird nightingale. Okay, next fourth one. My grandfather is as wise as an owl. Here, grandfather is directly compared to an owl. Understood? Here, my grandfather is as wise, means as old as an owl. Okay. Next here, fifth one. The king was as brave as a lion leading his soldiers. Here, king's braveness. King's braveness is directly compared to a lion. Understood? The king was as brave as a lion leading his soldiers. Next example, quick as a lightning, the goalkeeper caught the ball. Here lightning is the answer. Here what the sentence is telling, the goalkeeper action. The goalkeeper action is compared to a lightning. Lightning, when it rains heavily, we get lightning in the sky, right? It comes in a second and it goes. Correct. So here the goalkeeper's action is compared to a lightning. Quick as a lightning, the goalkeeper caught the ball. So did you understand these examples? Next we will move on to the next example, children. Children, next example, seventh one. Ashlesha keeps as busy as bee throughout the day. Here, Ashlesha's work or Ashlesha is compared to a bee because she keeps herself always busy. Understood? Next, eighth one. Mr. Thapa is as fit as a fiddle in spite of being almost 80 years old. Here, Mr. Thapa's health or fitness is compared to a fiddle. Okay, here Mr. Thapa is almost 80 years old. Though he is very old, he keeps himself as fit as a fiddle. Did you understand, children, the comparison? Next, we will move on to the next topic. Next, what they have given? Next is punctuation question mark. Here, how to write or when to write a question mark. Okay, here for examples here, how will you bring the car to the woods? How will you bring the car to the woods? Here question mark. So in this sentence, a person wants to know how Tom, okay, how Tom will bring the car to the woods. Right, here how will you bring the car to the woods? In which way the Tom will bring the car to the woods? Understood. In next sentence, who is talking to the horse? Next sentence or next question is, who is talking to the horse? Here in second example, here the person wants to know the name of a person who is talking to the horse. Understood. So here always question mark ends comes in the end of the sentence. Understood, children? Here, next what they have given, punctuation marks help us to read a sentence clearly. Read and understand the sentence clearly. Now here, question mark comes at the end of a question. Question mark comes at the end of a question. Understood, children? Always question mark comes at the end of the question. Okay, here, next, based on the question mark, here we have an activity. What they have given? Read these sentences by putting a full stop or a question mark. Here children, punctuation mark, it includes full stop, semicolon, comma, okay, question mark. So punctuation includes all these things. So here in this heading, what they have given? Rewrite these sentences by putting a full stop or a question mark. They have given few sentences. We have to write a question mark or a full stop according to the sentence. Okay, understood. The first one, why are you lonely? Here the person is asking a question, so the sentence should end with a question mark, and always the starting letter should be in a capital. Right, understood? Always the beginning letter or the should be in capital. Understood? So here, first letter here in question it is small letter. In answer I have written the capital letters. Why are you lonely? And the question mark. Here this is the question. Why are you lonely? Right. Next example. He is a clever little fellow. He is a clever little fellow. Here it is not a question. We are not asking any question. So we have to write a full stop or we have to put a full stop. So here first letter is in small letter. So what we have to do? First letter we have to change into capital letter. Understood? He is a clever little fellow and a full stop. Understood, children? When the sentence is asking questions, so then we should end with a question mark. When a sentence is just a statement, then we should end the statement or a sentence with a full stop mark. Understood? Next, we will move on to the next examples, children. Children, next question. Here what they have given, please harness the horse for me. Here we have to rewrite the question, means by putting a question mark or a full stop. Here, please harness the horse for me. So here this sentence is not a question sentence, right? Here sentence is not asking any question. So what we have to do? We have to rewrite the sentence by making the changes that first letter should be in capital letter and harness the horse for me and full stop. Here this third sentence is just a statement. So we have to change the first letter into capital and at last we have to keep the full stop. Understood, children? Next one, fourth one. Why can I not see the person talking to the horse? Why can I not see the person talking to the horse? Children, here this sentence is a question sentence. Right here, we have a question word, why. So here this is a question. Here the sentence is asking a question. So here first letter should be changed to capital and we have to write the other words as same as in the sentence, and then at last we have to write a question mark. Understood, children? Here the word why is a question word. So at the end of the sentence we have to put a question mark. Understood? Next, last one. How far is the forest from here? Farther. Here this is also a question word. Here how is a question word. So we have to change the first letter into capital letter, and we have to write the other words as same as in the sentence. Then at last we have to put a question mark here, because the boy or a girl is asking his or her father how far the forest is from here. So here this is a question sentence. Understood? So here we have put a question mark at the end of the sentence. Children, I hope you have understood this way. Next we will move on to the next topic, that is irregular plurals. Here irregular plurals. Here what do you mean by plural? Irregular plurals. First of all, plurals means more than one thing or more than one person is known as plurals, right? Here pen, pens, pencil, pencils, man, men. Right, here more than, when we compare or when we talk about more than one thing, then it is known as plural. And what about irregular plurals? Here, when a singular noun is changed, when a singular noun changes differently, completely different to the plural form, then those words are known as irregular plurals. Understood, children? When a singular noun, when it is changed to plural noun, it completely changes to new word. Okay, understood? Then those words are known as irregular plurals. Understood? Here, for example, child, children. Here, child, we are not writing as child. Right? We are not adding only yes. So this child and children. Children is irregular plural because it is changed completely from its singular form, child. Correct. Next example, tooth, teeth. Here tooth is singular form and teeth is plural form. Here tooth, T-O-O-T-H, tooth. Here we are not writing as tooths for plural. Right? So here tooth is singular word, singular noun, and it is changed to plural noun in completely in a different way. So here teeth is irregular plural. So here the singular noun is changed completely in a different form. Right. Next is half, halves. Fly, flies. Now goose, geese. Goose is singular noun and geese is plural form. Man, men. Mouse, mice. Woman, women. Did you understand, children? When a plural form changes completely in a different way from its singular form, then those plurals are known as irregular plurals. Understood, children? Next we will move on to the exercise based on irregular plurals. Children, we have learned the irregular plurals. Right, based on that irregular plurals, we have a heading. Right, here what we have to do? Complete these sentences with the plural form. So what the plural form we have learned. So based on that, and we have to look into the plural forms, and we have to choose the correct plural forms for the given sentence, and we have to fill the blanks. Here, first one, a flock of dash swam in the pond. Here the correct answer is geese. Understood? A flock of geese, a group of geese swam in the pond. Understood, children? Next question, 3 dash ran through the kitchen. Here 3 mice ran through the kitchen. Third one, 5 dash are playing outside my house. Here 5 children are playing outside my house. Children, we have learned the examples for plural, irregular plurals. Right, we have to choose the correct irregular plural and we are filling the blank. Okay. So next fourth one, make a cut the apples into 2 halves. Okay. The last one, I brush my teeth every day. Understood, children? Next we will move on to the next topic, that is pronunciation. Children, under pronunciation, here they have given th sound. Okay, here first A main, what they have given, read these words with the 2 different sounds of th after your teacher. Here th sound they have given in a 2 different way. One is the buzzing sound and next is the blow sound. First is buzzing sound. Th with buzzing sound, like fifth, thank, thin, think, third, thirst, thorn, thrown, throw, thumb. So children, these are the words having the buzzing sound. Next is blow sound like that, the, there, then, there, these, they, those, though and thus. So these are the words having the blow sound. First is buzzing sound, means which gives a slight air out of our mouth when we say the word. Understood? Next, fill in the blanks using words from the box. So here, based on the sounds, here they have given the activity, that is fill in the blanks, and have given options, that is thank, theatre, thief, thread and Thursday, based on the buzzing sound and the blow sound of third. So here we have an activity. Okay, now here they have given few sentences and we have to pick the correct word from the box and we have to fill the blanks. Understood? Now here first one. Here the policeman yelled stop. Now policeman yelled at whom? Policeman yelled at stop thief. Policeman yelled stop thief. Policeman yelled stop thief. Understood? Next, don't forget to say dash to your grandmother. Don't forget to say thank you. Don't forget to say thank you. Thank you to grandmother. Next, we have a test on, when do we have test? We have test on Thursday. We have test on Thursday. Next, we are going to the dash to watch a film. We are going to the theatre. We are going to the theatre. We are going to the theatre to watch a film. Next, do you know how to dash a needle? Do you know how to thread? Understood? Do you know how to thread a needle? Understood, children? Here a policeman yelled stop thief. Now don't forget to say thank you to grandmother. We have a test on Thursday. We are going to the theatre to watch a film. Do you know how to thread a needle? Then from this we have completed the textbook activity for our lesson 5, Tom Thumb. Next class, we will meet with new topic. Thank you, children.